Okay, so I've got a little bit of yellow buttercream here, and I'm going to use like a number, I don't know, it's a 5 or 6 tip. Let me see what I've got here. It's a 5. Don't know if that's going to be big enough. We'll see. And I'm just going to pipe a border around this. Just used a little lemon yellow coloring. I'm going to start at the top and just pipe a bead border. It's still soft, so I can get in there. It's hard to do it upside down though. So I'm just piping a bead border just like so. There we go. Just pressure, pull back, pressure, relax, pull back, build up, relax, pull back, build up, relax, pull back. Just like that around, but I need to see it. Because if I can't see it, it's going to be hard to pipe it. I guess I could have done it before I put the border on, but then I would have ruined my piping. Just a small bead to cover up the edge. Okay, and then I'll just lift it up anywhere where I didn't feel like I did a good enough job. Get that frill going. Okay, so we've got a small bead border going around there. Now what we have is there's stitching that goes on top of this that they have in smocking. So I have number 2 bags. I have white and I have pink. And you need kind of a pattern to follow. So what I have, there's a whole bunch of smocking patterns you can find. It's what these are on the internet. And you know, a lot of these don't, you know, they would apply with different that's the thread patterns. You do it with different threads. So I'm going to start with the white. It makes it nice and easy to come off. You can actually do this in royal if you want, but I think buttercream is going to be easier. And the first thing you do is the stitching line. Now supposedly anywhere you do one of these joins, you're going to do a small stitching line, which is just a small stitch like that. You can do a dot or this little stitch that I'm doing. It's just like a, and you're supposed to have that on every one of these because that's the stitch, the running thread stitch that makes the smocking. That's what pulls the fabric together. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple of these up top in white, and then I'm going to show you they do threads on top, which is what these other patterns are. Whoops. It's really easy to take off too if you make a mistake, by the way. You can leave it plain. You don't have to do any of this stitching stuff. It's actually quite stunning just being plain. And then we have stitching. Now I'm going to do a little zigzag stitching up on the top. So it's going to come down to here and then up and then down and then up and then down okay. Get the idea? And then I can come back and I can do that again, skipping a row. Whoops. So let's continue with these little threads here. And I can do that again. And just do little stitches. And you can do any kind of a pattern you want. Now see where I dropped that? I can just pull that off.